Solve the following quadratic inequality and graph the solutions on the number line. All right, so we need to solve for x first, right, to find our roots of x. But for this one, we're going to have to use the quadratic equation because there are no two numbers that sum to -3 and multiply to -4, right? So let's go ahead and write down our quadratic formula here. And that is that x is going to be equal to -b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, and that's all divided by 2a. Okay, so we have a, b, and c here, leaving out the x's, of course. So -b is actually just going to become +3 because b is already negative, plus or minus, and then b squared, that's going to be -3 squared minus 4 times 2 times -4 all over 2 times 2. Okay, so going through here, let's just keep going. So -3 squared will be 9 minus and then 4 times 2 times 4, that's going to be 32, but it's actually going to be positive because the negatives cancel out. And that'll be 4. All right, so we got 3. And 9 plus 32, that's going to be 41. And then again over 4. So this is basically as far as we can go. So we can just leave it like this, or we can punch it into a calculator. I'm just going to leave it in this form, and I'm just going to erase this because it's bugging me a bit. There we go. So now that we know our roots, it's plus or minus 3 and root 44 or 41 over 4. So let's write this on a number line here. And so actually what we should first do is let's picture this as the x-axis on a graph. We know that our roots, I'm just going to call them x1 and x2 because I don't want to write that whole thing out, but when I'm saying x1 and x2, I mean this statement right here, using plus for one and minus for the other. So we know there's going to be these two intercepts, and as we can see from our parabolic function here, it's going to be a positive parabola, which means it's basically going to roughly have some shape like that, with these going to infinity. So we're going to be looking for the portion of the parabola that's greater than 0. In other words, the portion that's above this x-axis here. So we're going to be looking for the portion of the parabola that is greater than x2 and less than x1. Let's go ahead and erase that. So when we draw our number line, we're essentially going to be looking for everything to the right of x2 and to the left of x1. And so we also just need to note that we're using a greater than sign, not a greater than or equals to. So we got to use a hollow circle. Okay. And just for clarity's sake, I guess I can write those out now. And we're going to have 3 minus 41 over 4 here, and 3 plus root 41 over 4 here. Okay, so that's the solution for this problem. I hope that all makes sense, and thanks for watching. Bye now.